Never worry about numbers. Help one person at a time and start the person nearest to you, as quoted by Mother Teresa, which truly describes Sudha Murthy, our very own Mother Teresa. Namaste, Mrs. Murthy. Wonderful to have you on The Big Idea and in Infosys campus, no less. Thank you, Ji. Acha, as I said in the opening, Mrs. Murthy, you are truly one of India's ultimate role models. What you have done, what you have achieved in your life, I actually want to discuss that, from the Padma Shri to the author of how many books, to a columnist in Kannada and English, to the Padma Shri, to being a professor. Is there anything left?
I don't know.
Anything baki to achieve?
I don't know. Whatever role I get, I think I will do it very well with the passion.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
You really feel that way? It's just about the passion?
Yeah. Because ultimately I enjoy my work. Like I tell, every day is a holiday to me. I don't have to take any holiday because I enjoy my work so much. In all the days I work. And
how many days a week do you work, Mrs. Murthy?
All 7 days actually.
You do?
Yeah. And I travel about 22 days in a month.
For the foundation?
Only for foundation I do. Rarely about, that is my identity actually.
It is your identity, isn't it? It is indeed. Mrs. Murthy, when you started in 1997, could you possibly imagine, as chairperson of the Infosys Foundation, that you would reach the level you would reach, do the type of work that you're doing, so meaningful?
We started in 1996 December.
Yes.
Started working effectively in 1997.
Okay.
That time the funding was also very small. And normally I don't imagine a lot and try to reach that. Even when we started Infosys, Narayan Murthy and his friends, I felt we started a company. Not more than that, okay, it will reach to this, we have to reach this, we have to earn this, nothing of that. So I don't keep a goal to reach that.
Oh, you weren't on that kind of mindset?
Always, that is not my mindset. My mindset is, given a set of circumstances,
okay,
what you can do, your
the best out of it. How do you leverage the best out of it?
Yeah. So that I go on doing everywhere, every time in my life.
Amazing. That's very unusual. Very different logic. So when
because you won't be disappointed that.
Now you're
And ultimate happiness is keeping your expectation bar very high, and in case and expecting too much from people, from society, from everyone, and if you are not able to meet, then you'll be
you feel unhappy.
So just do your work passionately. Where it takes, it takes.
That is very profound, Mrs. Murthy, and very true. So when you started in 1997, what were the initial hurdles you faced, and what did you want to achieve in terms of the foundation work?
Actually, we started foundation with 32 lakhs, 16 lakhs one quarter, 32 lakhs or something.
Okay.
And we did not know where to spend, though I had a rough idea. So we decided to spend on education. I'm very, very keen on that, even now.
Yes.
Health. Then rural. I grew up in a village, I knew what it is. And art and culture.
Okay. So that was the order of preference.
Preferences. Ultimately, preference is circumstances. Okay?
Well,
suppose that there is a patient and there is an art, then I rather go to a patient. If there is a performing art and there is something else, then I go for performing arts, depending on the situation. So that's the way we started, and slowly went on building. And initially, I used to think everybody should work the way I work, but I realized that is not true. And the people whom we help at times, they don't respect. Sometimes people talk at your back. Sometimes people make comments. It is in social work, the main quality is you should not expect any return for your work. Even though you help people, people may not even appreciate that.
Oh, you feel that way in social work?
It's a lot. And people like to cheat at times. It may not be often, but sometimes. But you should know your way of finding it out. Follow up. Ultimately, you should love fellow human beings. Philanthropy in Latin means love, phil means fellow, love fellow human beings. You should have that. And then you enjoy your work.
So true. Did you always dream of entering the domain of philanthropy to the level you have?
No. I grew up in a village with my grandparents, and
Share with us.
I have written about those experiences in books also.
Yes.
The giving away a part of our wealth was always a part of our culture in the family.
The DNA of your family.
Always. We are not rich people, not very rich people, moderately rich. But whatever we have, in that you should be given. Like I wrote an article, a red rice granary. We used to have, my grandfather had paddy fields, and we used to have granary, a good rice and an ordinary rice. And in the evening every day they will cook ordinary rice for us. But if anyone comes in the village asking for help, we will give always a good rice to them. So I asked my grandmother and grandfather, why should we give always good rice to someone and eat an ordinary rice, actually a red rice that was. In those days, the red rice did not have much meaning. Today it has become very important.
Yes, brown rice.
Brown
That's
rice.
Right.
So she told me in a very simple way, she never went to school, my grandmother, but she told me, God comes to your house in a different form as a beggar, as a helpless people, or whatever it is. What do you give the best whenever God comes to your house? I said, I'll give the best to him, then I'll give the good rice. But my grandfather quoted the Taittiriya Upanishad and told, yes, there is a way to live in life. There are 33 stanzas were given in Upanishad. One of them is Danam, Priyavak Sahitam, Shraddha hi Danam, Ashraddha hi Nadanam. When you want to give with a good heart, with the tongue and the mind and the heart. Okay? Give with a good intention. Give without expectations.
Beautiful. So, Mrs. Murthy, from 1997 when you started till to date, what would you say has been the work, the projects which have touched your heart?
There are many projects, but most difficult and most touching to my heart is we are working with the sex workers.
Share with us, Dee.
Okay. Devadasi was the cult in Karnataka.
Yes.
Who were, in olden days, in 1,000 years back, they were the artisans who were giving performing their art in the temple. Over a period of time, they became, the name remained Devadasi, but they became like almost sex worker. Okay. And working with them itself was most difficult portion of my project work for last 18 years. I have written an article on that called 3,000 Stitches, because the first time I went to work with them and they were taken aback because I was wearing a pair of jeans and a t-shirt and a bobbed hair. They threw chappals at me. They said, we don't want your help. Second time I went, they threw tomatoes at me saying that we don't want to work with you, because they thought I will write their story and publish and probably make money. Because they don't know.
They're not educated.
Yeah,
but you didn't give up, Mrs.
No, I
Murthy.
came back and I cried. And I told my old father that they are not accepting me. I want to help them. He told me, okay, look at yourself in the mirror.
Okay.
Do you look one of the rustic village woman? You don't look. You look so different. So when they find out your dress, everything is so different. They will not share anything with you. Please remember, in social work you want to work, you should be. They should take you like you are part of their family, or they can connect to you
on their level.
and you are not, they can't connect you by your dress. I said, no, I don't believe in it, and I don't want to change my dress, because I always believe that is my freedom. He said, fine, this is your decision. You want to keep your dress code, whatever you like, or do you want to work passionately in this area? He said, from time immemorial, alcoholism and prostitution is there in the world. If you think you are going to remove that in the world in your lifetime, it is just not possible. You can reduce it. So if you can change 10 sex workers or Devadasi, alternate way, to a normal life, then I'll be very proud father. I gave birth to a daughter who could change 10 such lives. Then next time again I went with my father only. This time, no, I thought of it for a week, what I should do. Then I said,
how old were you, Mrs. Murthy?
I was about, I was still about 46 or 47. Then I said, okay, I will change my dress code.
Okay.
And then I wore a 200 rupee sari. Then I wore a Mangal Sutra. Then I wore a bindi, tied my hair, all those things. Then I went with my father, and my father introduced me. This is my daughter. He was a doctor. This is my daughter. She's a teacher. Actually, I was a professor in a college, and that is the way I was connected to them.
And they could relate to you.
Yeah, I can speak 3-4 languages.
Yes.
So I could, even their dialect I knew. And over a period of time, I first did not talk anything about their work. I talked about their lives, how disappointing, how difficult, and how ruthless it is. And over a period of time, they started calling me Akka. Akka in Kannada means sister. So I became
You won them over.
They became my sisters, and when my father died, there were 7 people I could change. But today we have changed 3,000 people.
You took your father's words.
But it's not me alone. There
Yes, of
there
course,
are many
it's a
people
team.
in all that. There was a person by the name Abhay actually.
Okay.
Abhay is from Delhi.
Okay.
He was an engineer, and he came in contact with me for some work. He liked my work. He said he wants to join. I said, I will give you a small prototyping work, and if you are happy, then only I will consider. I sent him for the Devdasi work. And he was a Delhi boy. He did not know a word of Kannada. It was an interior part of Karnataka. I thought Abhay will come back and say, thank you, ma'am, I will go back to Delhi. But to my surprise, Abhay came back after 8 months and with a broken Kannada, and he said, you gave the best work in my life, I am continuing. It is because of
Life transforming.
Yeah, it is because of Abhay I am able to do well. I only finance and I visit them, but it is Abhay ultimately helps me a lot. We did get a lot of threats because of the pimps were quite upset with us. Some people said, you come, I will break your leg. Some people told Abhay, we will burn you. Some people say, we will take care of you, come to our village in a different way. But we did not get scared because this kind of work do require a lot of courage, a lot of patience, and lot more compassion towards their children. So we made a general rule, whatever may be their merit, we would like to give them a scholarship. To see that the children will study. Ultimately, we gave some small loans to them and
to the women there.
So that they can rehabilitate with a cow or a buffalo or a moving wooden cart with a vegetable or bakri, so that they can
livelihood.
So we did that, and then later we started a cooperative bank, and that bank was finance share was given only to the Devdasis, not to anybody else, and 3,000 of them became members, and now they have run their own bank. We made their union, because government of Karnataka and India gives lot of help to them actually, to build a house, to children to marry, give education, fees, etc. But we connected them and we also supported them. Their children have become constables, they have become nurses, a few of them become lawyers, some of them become engineers. Overall, they have all been educated. And when 3,000. Last year they called me to felicitate me.
Yes. What an
and they said, ma'am, we'll send you a Volvo bus, air-conditioned bus ticket for you, because that is the court of their luxury. And I did go, and they wanted I should talk. When I saw all of them with their best costume, all their children in jobs. I'm an extempore speaker, but my gala was choked on that day. I was not able to speak. I only told, oh God, in a Sanskrit shloka, Natvaham kamaye rajyam, na swargam na punarbhavam, kamaye dukkhataptanam, praninam artinashram. That means, God, if you are giving me, don't give me a rebirth, don't give me a kingdom, don't give me any gold or anything in life. If at all you want to give me a strong hand and a soft and kind heart, so that I can wipe the tears of others.
God, Mrs. Murthy. That's what you said. You must have had the audience crying. Emotional.
I don't know whether they cried or not, but I cried. When I looked at their innocent faces,
your moment
their
of glory,
faces, their children, who are proud to stand there, I cried. And they made one more act which touched my heart. 3 of them came and gave me a bedspread with some design. And they told all 3,000 of us would like to thank you, but we do not know how to thank you. And we are not educated. We don't know any words to tell you. Each one of us have put one stitch in this bed sheet, so that this bed
symbolizes.
sheet, this bed sheet will be cool in summer, it will be warm in winter, and we are always with you.
And you will never forget them, yes.
Yeah.
Mrs. Murthy, I'm remembering what you said, your father said. Mrs. Murthy, I'm just thinking of your father somehow. He was obviously a huge influence to you, Mrs. Murthy, right?
Actually, my grandparents were quite a lot influenced to me.
Would you say that they're a lot of the reasons for you being what you are today?
Yes. No, I'm not 100% myself, self-made that much. My grandparents played an important role when I was young. My father, being a doctor, played an important role. My mother played an important role. She was a school teacher. The institution where I studied influenced me. Some friends of mine influenced me, like Abhay is a great example. He's better than me, I consider.
He's of course another.
My own work, the poorest of the poor people of my country, they made me what I am today.
Wow. Mrs. Murthy, if you look back, can you give yourself credit? They always say behind any man there's a greater woman. Would you also say that, from Mr. Narayan Murthy?
Actually, I feel other way. Behind every successful woman, there is an understanding man.
Oh, Mrs. Murthy, that is so beautiful. First time I've ever heard that one. But that's very beautiful.
Because when women are successful in their work, there has to be an understanding man behind her.
A support.
And very supportive, because in a family life, woman plays a very important role.
Yes.
Like Mr. Murthy never ever asked me, why do I go on like tomorrow I'm leaving for 10 days to a village.
Okay.
So Mr. Murthy will be there, but I will not be there.
Yes.
He will never ask me why I am not there, why do I travel 20 days. For example, when tsunami was there for 2-3 months, I was not in Bangalore. I was in a different seashores. Okay.
Yes.
He never said, oh, you should not do, but only thing he said,
it's beautiful.
Drink pure water and give me a call once a day that you are there.
That's it.
That's it.
Fully supportive.
He never ever says, don't do that. That's very important.
That's very important.
And similarly, I have never told Mr. Murthy, why do you travel these many days? Initial stages of Infosys, he used to travel 300 days in a year.
Yeah.
And I have 2 small children.
Yes.
But I never asked, because when you want to do, when you are passionate about one work, it requires all your time. And God is very, very democratic. He gives everybody only 24 hours.
Beautiful. I love that. That's a power statement. That's one thing we all have in common with God. I like that. Mrs. Murthy, if you had to do it any differently, you've achieved so much, you've lived a very enchanted life. It seems to be that everything goes for you so effortlessly.
Oh my God.
So effortlessly.
Then I'm a good actress, I think.
No, but I love it. I want you to share that with my audience, what you said about acting. You always talk ex-tempo. Why? You share that.
The reason is I know my work very well. And I don't want to hide anything. I don't want to act as if something I have done and I have not done, or something I have not done and done. So the best way is you should talk what is truth and truth alone. Because if you don't tell truth and you cover up, then you should have extraordinary memory power for the next time. And I don't have that kind of a memory power. And again, for what reason you should lie? What you are is what you are. Accept reality. Don't act which is not there.
Yes, beautiful, okay. Mrs. Murthy.
And I don't agree with you. Life has become very smooth to me because I have taken life as it has come.
Okay.
I have accepted and adjusted with so many situations. And I'm very, I have learned the simple principle in life. All desirables are not achievables.
Wow.
All achievables are not desirables. Many sacrifices I have done. Many times there are greater disappointments. But
how do you handle that? How do you handle
I have a very simple principle. The moment you fail, I have failed in many areas, or I have not done in many areas. With the best of my effort, I am not able to achieve many things. So whenever I have been in that circumstance, I have failed. Good, at least I got this experience. And if I make any mistake, good, I will remember this, I will not make the same mistake again. And when I am not successful, I say, okay, failures are the pillars of
success. Or the stepping stones to success.
So every time, whenever there is any negative things, I convert into positive, making it that this should not happen again. Okay?
Wow.
Because repeated success makes a man or makes a person arrogant.
And complacent, would you say?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But repeated failure makes a person a diffident person. Okay, a good amount of success and fair amount of failure makes a person mature. Failures are must in life. That makes you human actually. Otherwise we think, okay, we can't fail. No.
Yeah. We're infallible. Exactly.
See, with all these things, I could not, my mother-in-law died in my hand. My father died by heart attack in a second. My mother died in 2 minutes in front of me. That time, every time I have realized, whatever may be your fame, whatever may be your money, whatever may be your work, still in life, in life, there are many things which are not in your hand. You have to accept it as it is. Okay? Don't think you can control. Actually, 10% of life you can control, I suppose 90% you cannot control. So how it comes, accept it. What you can control is your nature, your greedy. If you are greedy, you should not be. Your temper, your dressing, all those things you can control. But 90% you cannot control at all in life.
Has that been the ethos of your life?
Probably yes. Like, I say, there are many things we cannot control. No. And be nice to people we do not know. Because the 3 deaths in front of me also has made me to realize life is very temporary. Be nice to everyone. I don't have any of those imagination. After me, people will remember I don't have such things.
You don't think that?
No, I don't worry about it at all because I believe in a simple Buddhist principle. What exists always perishes. So don't worry. You have seen kingdom, palaces, capitals, and some of them are in ruins. So don't go on these material things which are always going to perish, including your body and beauty and health and money. The only thing remains with you is a compassion. And that's the reason, be compassionate to people, your fellow human beings.
Oh, Mrs. Murthy, it has been such an honor, such a privilege, for me such a learning curve to have had you on The Big Idea, for you to have taken time out of meaningful work to be with us.
Everybody works.
Really.
Actually, I believe everybody works same way, the way I work. Everybody, probably I don't know how much they enjoy, but I enjoy my work.
But yours is selfless.
And
yours is meaningful.
No, because more than I work, when I work, I get a lot more happiness. And that way I'm selfish.
I see the energy.
I'm selfish because for my happiness I work.
Wow.
I help other people because that gives me very great happiness, a lot of happiness.
Thank you, Mrs. Murthy. Thank you so much. We wish you all the best in the years ahead with all the great work you're doing. Thank you for being on The Big Idea.
Thank you.
Thank you. I leave you with a powerful quote by the iconic Warren Buffett of America. If you're in the luckiest 1% of humanity, you owe it to the rest of humanity to think about the other 99%. See you again next week. God bless.